In a sound wave, the distance between the compression and its adjacent rarefaction is 1 meters, and the velocity of sound is 360 meters per second. What is the frequency of the sound waves? A 90 hertz, B 180 hertz, C 45 hertz, D 270 hertz. So we have given the distance between the compression and its adjacent rarefaction. So the distance between C, compression, and R is, we have 1 meters, which is equals to lambda by 2. Okay, it is a given factor, so lambda becomes equals to 2m, and we have the formula for the frequency, which is equals to velocity upon lambda. They have asked the frequency of the sound waves. We know the velocity 360 upon the lambda, which is equals to 2. So answer, the frequency is 180 hertz. So B is the correct option. For tuning fork is 220 hertz, and the velocity of the sound in air is 330 meters per second. When the tuning fork completes 80 vibrations, the distance traveled by the wave is 100 meters, 120 meters, 140 meters, or 160 meters. So we have given the frequency n, which is equals to 220 hertz, and the velocity v, which is equals to 330 hertz meters per second. Okay, so we will find the wavelength lambda, which is the velocity upon the frequency. The velocity is 330 upon frequency is 220. Answer comes out to be 1.5 meters. That is the wavelength. When the tuning fork completes 80 vibrations, the distance traveled. So distance traveled in 80 vibrations is 80 multiplied by 1.5. The answer comes out to be 120 meters. So B is the correct option. Frequency of a sound wave is n and its velocity is v. If the frequency is increased to 4n, then the velocity of the wave in the same medium will be. So in a medium where v is constant, basically we have the options first: 4v, 3v, 2v, or v. There we have the velocity. In a medium where the velocity is constant, the frequency and the wavelengths are also constant. Okay, in such a medium, for the change in the medium, the frequency is constant, so we don't have any change in the frequency. So the frequency, for a frequency of a sound, the wave is n, so we don't have any change in the frequency. The velocity will be of the medium will be, it has to be v. The frequency of the sound wave is n and its velocity is v. If the frequency is increased to 4n, then the velocity of the wave in the same medium will be 4v, 3v, 2v, or v. Where we have the velocity is constant in the for the medium. For in a medium where the frequency and the lambda are constant, the velocity is also constant. So the velocity of the wave in the same medium will be v, which is d. Transverse waves can travel through air, water, and copper wire. Air and copper wire, but not through water. A copper wire, but not through air and water. Water, but not through air and copper wire. The transverse waves can travel to the copper wire, but not through air and water. So basically the waves which we hear are the longitudinal waves which can travel in air and water. So here the transverse waves can travel through copper wire, but not through air and water. Option C. Travels at a speed which is higher than the speed of sound in air. A very large sound is heard. This is because the plane explodes, its wings starts vibrating so violently that a large sound is produced. The plane produces shock waves in the surrounding. It produces ultrasonic waves. When an aeroplane travels at a speed which is higher than the speed of sound in air, so whenever an aeroplane travels with something with this greater than the speed of sound, we have an effect called a sonic boom. So in that, the plane will produce shock waves in the air, surrounding air. So we have the option C, that is shock waves. Phenomenon cannot be observed in case of sound waves. So we have reflection, refraction, polarization, or total internal reflection. Sound waves can have reflection, they can have refraction, they can have total internal reflection, but they cannot have polarization. C is the correct option, with which sound waves cannot be observed in polarization. Submarines under the water, naval officers use the sonar. Sonar uses microwaves, ultrasonic waves, ultraviolet waves, or laser beams. Sonar uses ultrasonic waves. It is sound navigation and ranging system by using ultrasonic waves. So B is the correct option. Standing at a seacoast, observe 48 waves reaching the coast per minute. If the wavelength of each wave is 10 meters, then the velocity of the wave is 5 meters per second, 8 meters per second, 10 meters per second, or 12 meters per second. So we have an observer. He is observing 48 waves in 1 minute. So how much in 1 second? In 1 second we have 48 upon 60. That is, he is observing 4 upon 5 waves per second. Okay, so then we have to find the velocity. We have given the wavelength, that is v is equals to n lambda. So the frequency is given as 4 upon 5 into lambda, we have the wavelength of 10 meters, then the velocity becomes 8 meters per second. So B is the correct option. Normal person is 75 per minute. What is the time period of the heartbeats? 0.8 seconds, 0.75 seconds, 1.25 seconds, 1.75 seconds. Okay, so we have the pulse rate. Pulse rate is given, which is the beat frequency of the heart. So pulse rate is 75 beats per minute. So 75 upon 60 will give us, that is those many beats per second. So that will be the frequency of our heartbeats, 75 upon 60. Okay, that will give you 0.8 seconds. Okay, now that that is 75 upon 60. Okay, then we have given what is the time period of the wavelength. So time period, we have the formula for the time period is equals to 1 upon frequency, that is 1 upon 75 upon 60, that gives you 60 upon 75. The answer is 0.8 seconds. It's the time period of the pulse rate of a normal person. So 0.8 seconds. A sound wave of frequency 250 Hz is traveling with a speed of 340 meters per second in air. At a particular point in its path, the compression is produced at a given instant. What is the minimum time after which a rarefaction is produced at the same point? 1 upon 250 seconds, 1 upon 500 seconds, 1 upon 750 seconds, or 1 upon 1000 seconds. Okay, so we have the sound wave which is having a frequency n, which is 250 Hz, with a speed velocity 340 meters per second in air. At a particular point, the path of compression is produced at the given instant. So we can find the frequency is given 250 Hz. So we'll get the time period. Time period is 1 upon frequency, that is 1 upon 250 seconds is the time period. Okay, and then a compression is produced at a given instant. What is the minimum time after which rarefaction is produced? So the time interval between the compression and rarefaction we have to find. We know that the time between the compression and rarefaction is T upon 2. So we have the time period T is equals to T upon 2. So we have we can get T is equals to 1 upon 2 into 250. Okay, so T becomes equals to 1 upon 500 seconds. So B is the correct option. Two waves are in the ratio 5:2. What is the ratio of their energy densities if all the energy conditions of the two waves are the same? 5:2, 4:25, 25:4, or 22:5. So all the conditions of the two waves are the same. So we have to find their amplitude. The amplitude ratio is given, and we have to find the ratio of their energy densities. We know the formula that the energy densities of two waves is directly proportional to the square of their amplitudes, that is square of 5 upon 2 the whole square. So the ratio of their energy densities will be 25:4. So C is the correct option. The angle between the direction of oscillation of a particle of a medium and the direction of propagation of the energy in a transverse wave motion, 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, or 0 degree. So basically in a transverse wave, the particle of the medium, it vibrates. The particle of the medium, it will vibrate at an angle to the direction of propagation at an angle of 90 degree, that is at a right angle to the direction of propagation. Basically when a transverse wave travels, it will the particle will vibrate with the angle of 90 degree with respect to the propagation of the wave. So C is 90 degree. The wave is lambda is equals to 5,000 Armstrongs. What is the wave number? 1.5 into 10 raised to 6 per meter, 1.7 into 10 raised to 6 per meter, or 2 into 10 raised to 6 per meter, or 2.25 into 10 raised to 6 per meter. So we have given the wavelength lambda is 5,000 Armstrongs. Converting it into meters, we get 5,000 into 10 raised to minus 3 meters. Okay, into 10 raised to minus 10 meters, sorry, into 10 raised to minus 10 meters. Okay, we know that wave number, we need to find the wave number, which is the reciprocal of wavelength, that is 1 upon lambda. So we take 1 upon 5,000 into 10 raised to minus 10, which is equals to 1 upon 5 into 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to minus 10. That gives 1 upon 5 into 10 raised to minus 7. That will give you 10 raised to 7 upon 5. So that can be 10 into 10 raised to 6 upon 5. So 5 ones are 5 twos are. So that can be 2 into 10 raised to 6 per meter. That is the wavelength. That is the wave number. wave number, it is 2 into 10 raised to 6 per meter. The C is the correct option. Sound of a frequency 500 Hz is placed inside the water. The speed of the sound in water is 1600 meters per second and that in air is 320 meters per second. What is the frequency of the sound recorded by an observer who is standing in air? So frequency is of the sound is produced by the source. So basically the frequency is it is a characteristics of the source and it does not depend upon the medium. The frequency of the sound depends upon the source who is producing the sound and not the medium in which the sound is produced. So if the frequency of the sound is 500 Hz inside the water, it has to be 500 Hz outside the water. So D is equals to 500 Hz. Velocity of sound waves in air is 330 meters per second. For a particular sound wave in air, path difference is 40 centimeters and is equivalent to phase difference in of 1.6 pi. What is the phase frequency of this wave? 165 Hz, 150 Hz, 660 Hz or 330 Hz. So we have given is the velocity, which is equals to 330 meters per second, and we have given the phase difference, path difference, which is, we can write path difference, which is equals to 40 centimeters, that gives you 0.4 meter, that is 0.4 meters. So next we have the phase difference. Phase difference given is 1.6 pi. So the phase difference to the path difference formula is, for any wave, phase difference is equals to 2 pi upon lambda multiplied by the path difference. Okay, so phase difference is 16 pi is equals to 2 pi upon lambda multiplied by 0.4. The answer for so that gives 1.6 into the pi gets cancelled, so lambda is equals to 0.8. okay, so lambda value is 1.6, that is 0.8 upon 1.6, that is 1 upon 2. So the wavelength is 1 upon 2. We need to find the frequency of this wave. So we know frequency is equals to velocity upon lambda. So velocity we have is 330 and lambda is 1 upon 2, that gives you 660 Hertz frequency. So C is the option, 660 Hz. Source of 8 pi watt and frequency 500 Hz is emitting sound waves. What is the intensity of the waves at the distance of 100 meters? Weber per meter square. 8 pi Weber per meter square, or 2 into 10 raised to 4, 10 raised to 5, or 2 into 10 raised to 6. So next we have we have to calculate the intensity of the wave. We have given the spherical source intensity. Intensity power is given. So power is given is 8 pi. Frequency is given as 500 Hz. We need to find the intense at a distance, that is the wavelength. Distance is also given. R is equals to 100 meters. Next we need to find the what is the intensity. So intensity I is equals to power upon area. So we need the power. So for the power we have we can have power P and area is pi r square. So P we know 8 pi. Pi is again pi into area is 4 pi r square. Area is 4 pi r square. So that becomes area becomes equals to 4 pi into r square. The value for r is 100 square. So that is equals to putting all the values, we get 2 into 10 raised to minus 4 Weber per meter square. So that is the intensity, that is 2 into 10 raised to minus 4 Weber per meter square. So D is the correct option. A is singing a note, at the same time B is also singing another note of exactly 1/4 of the frequency of the note of A. The energies of the two sound equals are in notes are equal. What is the amplitude of the note produced by B? Same as that of A, twice as that of A, 4 times as that of A, or 8 times that of A. So we have here we have A is singing a note and B is also singing a note. So we have the intensity of them is I, which is equals to A square n square. Also that will be equals to B square n square. Okay, so let us represent the frequency of A as 1 and B as n2. Okay, so we have the formula A1 n square equals to B1 B2 n square. So that becomes the frequency of A1 A square is equals to n square and B square is n2 square. So we can remove the square a n1 is equals to b and 2. So we have a upon b is equals to n1 upon n2, that is equals to n1. Frequency of the b is singing another note of exactly 1/4 of the frequency of a, so 1/4 of n1, so that is equals to 4. We get the value for a upon b equals to 4. So a is equals to 4 times of b. So that means the amplitude note produced by b is 4 times that of a. So c is 4 times of a. The ratio of velocity of sound in air enclosed in a vessel at 5 atmospheric pressure and that of 2 atmospheric pressure and that of 2 atmospheric pressure is. So we have the 5 is to 2, 2 is to 5, or 25 is to 4, or 1 is to 1. So the ratios of the velocities of sound in air, basically the velocity of sound in air is not affected by the change in the pressure. So hence the ratio of the pressure of the sound in air at different pressures will remain the same, that is 1 is to 1 will be the constant ratio. If the velocity or if the density of the air is doubled, then the velocity of the sound will be vs upon root 2 or root 2 vs or 2 vs. So we have the given, we know the formula, v is equals to under root gamma p upon rho. Rho is the density, p is the pressure, m is a constant. So we have we know that from this formula the velocity of sound in air, vs, is inversely proportional to 1 upon root of the density. So here the density of the air is doubled, that is the density of the first air is equals to twice that of the second air is twice that of the first air, so rho 2 is equals to 2 rho 1. So we can have the two ratios of the velocity of air in two different mediums. So we have the ratio of rho 1 upon rho 2, that is equals to under root rho 1 and rho 2 is 2 rho 1, so that becomes 1 upon 2 under root. So v upon vs is equals to under root 1 upon 2, that becomes equals to v upon vs equals to 1 upon under root 2. So v becomes equals to vs upon root 2. So the velocity of sound will be in air will be vs upon root 2. B is the correct option. In air, what is the wavelength of the notes produced if the velocity of the sound in air is 330 meters per second? 1.5 meter, 2.5 meter, 1.75 meters, or 1.25 meters. So basically we have given is we have to find the wavelength, which is equals to v upon velocity upon the frequency. Velocity is given as 330 upon frequency is 220. The value comes out to be 1.5 meters. So A is the correct option. From a surface from the source of the sound for listening the echo of the sound. Velocity of the sound is 340 meters per second. The distance options are 15, 16, 17, or 18 meters. So we know that for hearing the echo, the distance must be 2d, which is equals to velocity multiplied by the time, that is velocity into time. So d becomes equals to v into t upon 2. But for the time for the persistence of the time for the persistent hearing is time is 1 upon 10th of a second, that is v into 1 upon 10th of a second upon 2. So velocity is given as 340 meters per second into 1 upon 10 upon 2, that becomes the value comes out to be 17 meters. Okay, so C is the correct option. And oxygen and STP 2:1, 8:1, 4:1, or 16:1. So we have the formula V, which is equals to under root gamma RT upon M. So we need to find the velocity of ratio of velocity of sound in hydrogen and in oxygen. So we take hydrogen velocity and oxygen. So they are inversely proportional to their masses. So mass of oxygen upon mass of hydrogen. So mass of oxygen is 32, hydrogen is 2. So that gives you 16. That under root becomes 4. So VH of 2 upon V of O2 is 4 upon 1. So the option is C, 4:1. Vibrating tuning forks A and B of frequencies 256 Hz and 512 Hz are producing sound waves in the air. And the waves are traveling in air with speed VA and VB respectively. What is the ratio of VA upon VB? 1:2, 2:1, 1:1, or 2:3. Whenever the tuning fork creates the vibration waves in the air, both the waves of both the tuning forks will travel with the same speed. So the ratio will be 1:1. We have a stone is dropped into a well 80 meters deep. The splash of the sound is heard 4.25 seconds after the stone is dropped. what is the speed of the sound in air? Speed of the sound in air, we have to find. G is given 10 meters per second, 340 meters per second, 320 meters per second, 350 meters per second, or 310 meters per second. Okay, so basically we have the time, we need to find the time taken for the stone to reach the water surface, and that is calculated using the kinematical equation S is equals to ut plus half at square, where the initial velocity u will become 0 and the acceleration is the gravitational acceleration due to gravity. So s becomes equals to half into gt square. So your displacement half is given as, the distance is 80 meters deep well, and half multiplied by g, which is 10 into t square, so that becomes 5. So 80 by 5 gives you 40, 80 by 5 gives you 16. So okay, so t square is equals to 16, so t becomes equals to 4 seconds. So it takes, the time taken is 4 seconds to reach the water surface. Now after reaching the water surface, the splash of the sound is heard, that is the time taken by the sound to cover the distance of 80 meters. That is, the splash of the sound is heard after 4.2 seconds after the stone is dropped. So the time taken to reach the surface is 4 seconds, and the time taken to hear the noise is 4.2 seconds. So to cover the distance of 80 meters, the time for the sound, the time required will be difference between the two sounds effects, that is 4.25 minus 4, that is equals to 0.25 seconds. So that much time is required for the sound to travel from the surface of the water to the top. Next, then we have found the time taken t. Then we need to find the velocity. Velocity is given by v, velocity of sound in air is distance upon time, v is equals to d by t. So distance given is 80 meters, and the time taken is for the sound to travel there is 0.25, so that gives you 320 meters per second. That is the velocity. So your correct option is B, 320 meters per second. Sound waves of wavelength 0.8 meters produced by a certain tuning fork passes from the air to water. What is the wavelength of these waves in water if the speed of the sound in water is 1360 meters per second? The speed is given, the wavelength is 1.8, 2.4, 3.2 or 3.8. So basically what we have given is the speed of the sound in air is 340 meters per second. So we will find the wavelength is also given in air is 0.8 meters. The speed in air is, velocity in air is 340 meters per second. So we will find the frequency, that is frequency is equals to velocity upon lambda, that is 340 upon 0.8. The value is 425 hertz is the frequency of the wave in air. Now the frequency of the air wave in air and in water will be the same. The frequency will not change of the sound. Hence, therefore, the wavelength of the sound wave in water, is equals to the speed, velocity upon the frequency, which we have to take 425 upon the velocity of the sound wave in water is 1360. That gives you the value 3.2 meters is the frequency. So C is the correct option. 8785 Hz respectively are emitted. The wavelengths in air differ by 1 meter. What is the wavelength velocity of the wavelength of the sound in air? 320 meters per second, 330 meters per second, 340 meters per second, or 350 meters per second. So basically we are given is lambda is, we know where lambda is equals to v upon n. So we have given two frequencies, that is v upon lambda will be 2, where we will get in 2 lambda 1 is equals to v upon 68, lambda 2 is equals to v upon 85. So the difference between them, that is lambda 2 minus lambda 1 minus lambda 2 is given to be 1 meters. So we have the formula lambda 1 minus lambda 2 is equals to v 1 upon 68 minus 1 upon 85. Okay, so 1 is equals to, this distance is 1, velocity into, we have 85 multiplied by 68 upon 68 minus 85. Okay, sorry, 68 minus, and here multiply, so that gives you 17v upon 85 into 68. So this one value will give you so v becomes equals to 85 into 68 upon 17, and the value comes out to be 340 meters per second. So the velocity of sound in air is 340 meters per second. When he shouts, he hears two echoes, one after 1 second and the other after 2 seconds. What is the width of the valley if the velocity of the sound in air is 330 meters per second? The width of the valley is 330 meters or 660 meters, 495 meters or 990 meters. So the condition is somewhat, if he is standing at A and here the echo here, if the man is standing at A over here and we have the valley, man is standing in a narrow steep sided valley. When he shouts, he hears two echoes, one after 1 second and the other after 2 seconds. What is the width of the valley if the velocity of the sound in air is 330 meters per second? Okay, so is here, if he is standing here, the distance from this side is d1, from this side is d2. So for the sound to, for the echo to here, the distance should be 2d1, which is equals to velocity into the time taken from this side. Also for the other side it should be 2d2, which is v into the other time taken is t2. So after we add those two equations, we get 2d1 plus d2, which is equals to v and t1 plus t2. So 2d equals to v t1 plus t2. We need to find the total distance. So d is equals to v t2 plus t1 upon 2. So the velocity is 330. The time is 1 is 2, 1 is 1, 1 plus 2 upon 2. So the value comes out to be 495 meters is the distance of the cliff. So C is the correct option. Oxygen is 14:16. At what temperature the speed of the sound in nitrogen will be the same as that of oxygen at 55 degrees Celsius? Given that velocity of oxygen is equals to velocity of nitrogen is equals to velocity of oxygen. So the gamma is given as same. So next we have the temperatures 10 degree, 12 degree, 14 degree, 16 degree. Here we know the formula V is equals to under root gamma RT upon M. So keeping others constant, we need to find the temperature and their masses for both of them, for the nitrogen as well as for the oxygen. So removing them apart, we get temperature for nitrogen upon temperature for oxygen will be equals to mass of nitrogen upon mass of oxygen. So we have Tn upon the temperature for oxygen is 55, that is 273 plus 55 millived in Kelvin is equal to the mass, the densities of the ratio of the densities of oxygen and nitrogen is 14:16, that is around 7 upon 8. Okay, so we cross multiply this ratio, we get 8 Tn is equals to 7 into 328, the addition comes out to be 328. Next we have Tn is equals to the temperature for the nitrogen will be the same as that of the oxygen at 355 degrees Celsius is 287 Kelvin. The temperature is 14 degrees Celsius. Which the musical sound produced by different instruments in an orchestra? Pitch, intensity, timbre or the loudness? By the intensity we can't make out, by the loudness also we can't make out, the two different instruments are there. By the pitch value also we can't, it is the timbre value by which we can make out the two different instruments are being played in an orchestra. 60 decibel sound then a 30 decibel sound, 2 times, 4 times, 100 times or 1000 times. So we need the sound level formula. That sound level formula is L, which is the sound level is equals to 10 log to the base 10 intensity upon the other intensities I upon I0. So sound level is 60 decibel, so 60 upon 10 is equals to, that is the value comes is equals to log to the base 10. We have two intensities I1 and I0, so that is value is 6 up is equals to log to the base 10 I1 upon I0. So I1 upon I0 is equals to, after getting the log we get the values 10 raised to the power 6. Okay, so and for the 30 decibel, this is for the 60 decibel, we are finding for the 30 decibel. Now we have again 30 dB, we have 30 upon 10 which is equals to 3, which is equals to log to the base 10 I1 upon I0. Okay, this is the intensity I1, and so here we will take it as I2. So that is I1 I2 upon I0 is equals to 10 to the power 3. Next we need to find the we need to find how much intense it is. So we will surely take the ratios of the two intensities, that is I1 upon I0 multiplied by I0 upon I2. We get I1 upon I2. I1 is 10 to the power 6, I2 is 10 to the power 3. So we get the difference between them is 10 to the power 3, that is 1000. So the distance between 30 decibel and 60 decibel is 1000 times more intensity.